So it is 3:43 a.m. and I've been awake since maybe 1:57 for the past few months. I have been struggling with finding, not even finding, but just getting the right amount of sleep. I was trying to say finding the right sleep schedule, but I just really need to rest, and I am having such a hard time resting. I'm having such a hard time surrendering. I am going through so many different changes in my life right now. I'm learning so many lessons. And they're coming in back to back. I have never had to first thing I heard was stand up for myself. What I wanted to say was cut off so many people in my life, but what I heard was stand up for myself. I have had to show up for myself so much in these past 2 years. I was feeling that shit was a burden at first. I was feeling so burdened by so many things, but what I'm realizing, oh my God, my chest. I feel it right here in my chest. What I'm realizing is this I can rest, but I don't know how to rest. I'm so afraid of surrendering. I am afraid of just being, because for a very long time I did not know how to just be. I never even I live I've been in my own apartment for going on 2 years now. Um, Prior to that, I was homeless for about 3 years. And then prior to that, I had moved in with my son's father family. We were saving up. We were supposed to move somewhere else. Worst mistake, the biggest lessons. One of them, and I learned a lot of valuable fucking lessons. And then prior to that, I had lived on my own, maybe for about a year. And then I let a nigga come live up in my house because I was afraid of being by myself. I was definitely afraid of the dark. And I will always and this was before that I really understood gifts and things like that, because they were my parents kept that stuff from me. So I was always afraid to be by myself, but I loved my own company. As I got older, I was scared of being by myself because I was scared to be alone with my thoughts. I was scared to be alone with what was the outcome. I was afraid to be left with the outcome of my upbringing. I was scared to be alone with having to process all of that stuff, and I never knew that that's what it was. I would party a lot, and because I didn't have my son until my 30s. I would party a lot in my 20s. I would drink. My cousins and I we would drink a lot. I had nothing to worry about. I would just work, and I would just party and turn up and just not deal with shit. So when I was alone, I would just come home and all done up. You drunk. You take your shower, you go to bed, you get ready for work, and I ain't take that shit to work. I go to work. I worked with kids, so it was a busy day at work. I ran an after school program, so busy days at work. Then I go out in my 20s and do me. I didn't have to deal with shit. I didn't have to deal with shit. I really didn't have to. But I just didn't realize how much I was afraid to be alone and to be by myself. But also how much I just really wasn't. I didn't feel safe in spaces. Living with my son's family, oh my God, it was honestly speaking, it was parallel to my own upbringing and living with my own family. I did not feel welcome and accepted. It was I was surrounded by people who couldn't wait to humble me. Now, don't get me wrong. the way my parents raised me, I like to say they raised me white without the privilege. Like my parents raised me so fucking delulu. Even though, like intuitively, like I was all like, yo, I came in this motherfucking world knowing. Like I came in this world knowing. So do you know how fucking and I know some of y'all can relate how hard it is to know some shit and then be programmed to opposite of what you know, when you can feel that shit in your bones and you know what's truth, but the people around you are playing in your face. Y'all, I'm over here struggling. Like I'm rewiring my brain. I'm over here struggling. It is 3:49 in the fucking morning. Like, man, like I am reparenting myself. At the same time, I am raising a 7-year old. I am newly married. I've only been married for 3 years. And I don't even like saying came out. I don't like the word. I don't like saying come out. To each his own. But I just realized that for a very long time, was I had to live for everybody else, right? Um, so I suppressed who I was. And I realized for a long time, like, I I struggled with my sexuality. Like I didn't know I didn't know who I was. Yeah, because I was sexually assaulted by both male and female people in my family. So I was trying to like, yeah, wow. I think that's the first time I've ever admitted that out loud on camera. I've told my therapist that, but I am healing so many things. And it's so hard. I don't like that word hard. It's so challenging to like reparent yourself and to constantly tell your little girl it's gonna be okay and we got this, and you're wiping your tears and you're learning all these things that your parents didn't teach you because you was teaching them that shit, and you're trying to like go out in the real world. You gotta go to work, right? I don't even like the real world because what the fuck does that mean anyway? So you gotta go out into this fucking assimilation. You gotta go to work, and you gotta deal with people who are like constantly fucking triggering you, and you have to like, you can't avoid it. You gotta deal with that shit. And I am in that space right now. Like, I am like, I'm remembering who I am. I'm unraveling some shit. I done been in therapy for 8 years. I done did ayahuasca for 2 years. That's a whole fucking story within itself that I'm trying to figure out how to share because, y'all, I've been holding in so many people's secrets. Like, I just want to be left alone. I just want to be. I just want to be. And I'm scared about it, but I'm like, okay, I got this. Like, I don't think I finished the thought earlier in the video. Like, I've been living in my own space for 2 years, y'all, and like, it's so quiet. I'm thoroughly enjoying this life that I'm building for myself. And I am, I'm scared because every time I tried to have something for myself, the people around me would like make it about them. And I literally have been like ending so many relationships with people because of that. Like I got a coworker now. I got to holler at her because she like that spirit, she embodies that spirit of like this coworker. She makes me think of my mom. And a lot of the women in my family that raised me that were so bitter and so mean, somewhere in their life, it stopped being about them. And so anybody that they felt like they could get over on and make them their audience and make it their show, they preyed on that person. And that's what my mom did to me. Somewhere in her life, she felt like she didn't matter, but she knew like my daughter's obedient. She's gonna listen to me. I'll matter to her. And my mom dumped all her shit on me, y'all. And my dad dumped all this shit on me. And I kept picking these friends that I let dump shit on me. That sometimes I dump shit on friends. Kept picking dudes that would dump shit on me. That sometimes I would dump shit on the dudes. I remember having a conversation with my son's father cousin. We were talking about decorating her backyard, and I remember telling her, like, giving her all these ideas, and I was like so excited to share, like, like I was just so excited that she wanted to share that with me. And I was always a person who did not mind, you know I know it was annoying to people, but I always was like, oh, you could do this. And I just remember, first of all, I always remember people looking at me like, girl, shut up. So I know that was kind of annoying. But I just remember like telling her all these ideas, and I seen her give me this look like, bitch, I'm finna snatch all the joy from your soul. How dare you come in my house with all that fucking bright energy? All that is not welcome in this home. I'm finna take all that from you. I felt it. I felt it in that exchange. I seen it in her face. She was like, oh no, this makes me uncomfortable. Like it made a lot of people uncomfortable. Like it made my mama uncomfortable. Like it made my friends uncomfortable. It was like these people knew that I can see them, and they sensed that my energy really wasn't like vampiric or like low dense. Like it wasn't like a mean spirited. It was very pure, very naive, and they capitalized off of that. So they were like, I could take it from her right in her face, and she ain't gonna do shit about it. And this has been happening to me all of my life. Now, even though I'm learning that old souls pick fucked up dysfunctional families, like I'm just learning that. I'm just learning that. I signed up for this shit. I am like still like fucking upset and like what is wrong with these people? But I'm learning like this is a part of the contract. But my human self that is having this human experience and feeling these emotions, I am like telling myself, do not suppress your emotions. Feel your fucking feels. Like I'm always up here saying feel your feels. And the thing is, I haven't even been fully feeling my feels. Like because I feel so much. I feel things so I was about to bust out, I have such big feelings. But for real, I feel everything on an empath. Oh, fuck. And nobody ever told me. My parents just treated me like I was a fucking weirdo. And I'm going through all of these things. And I still have to confront this coworker about the blatant disrespect. Because I'm closing out that chapter. This is the year of completion. I am so uncomfortable. My back is tight because I've been like holding all this shit. My chest is tight because I've been holding all this shit. I've been holding the shit of the people around me that I make uncomfortable by literally just being. It made me not like myself. I thought it was something wrong with me. I was like, it has to be me. Like, I'm the fucking problem. And when I tell y'all, I'm not even being like victim. Once I started to realize what these people were reflecting back to me, I started, okay, so they're mirroring back to me. Okay, so if this person feels like they need to be the center of attention, they're mirroring back to me that version of me that always felt like I had to be the center of attention because I wasn't paid attention to. Okay, got it. But then everything else that was being mirrored back to me was like the parents, the family that just couldn't see me and accept me. Um, I don't know, man. I'm still showing up and I'm doing the work. Yeah, I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna keep on going. And I'm gonna have that uncomfortable conversation with my coworker. I was trying to figure out how to have the conversation because I'm so angry. But I'm like, feel your feels, be angry. No, actually feel them. And I feel it right here in my heart. And I just said this to my therapist yesterday. I was like, my heart, girl. Like, my heart has been broken so many times. And I'm like, but I'm sure there's a lesson in all of that. You get to do it differently from your grandma, your grandmothers. You get to do it differently from your mom. You get to do it differently than your late sister, who only lived to see 39, who I'm sure died of a broken heart. Yeah, they say it was COVID, but no, my sister was tired. You get so tired of giving, and people just taking. And deep down inside, you're giving so much to these people because you're like, it's the mom and dad approval that you want. The acceptance and love, that's what you're looking for in those people.